Hey, it's the Spark of Madness. What are we doing today?
You said... Oh my. I really hope people can hear that.
Oh, yeah. Got the champions over here.
We have not even begun to drink.
No. Ben, are you okay? No. You back in your seat? There we go. The Grouch has arrived, safe and sound.
Which I won't be winning, I guess.
Cradle over here.
Thanks for not showing me crawl back in my seat. It's a lot of effort. I feel like Orson Welles later years.
We're back.
We have a remote couch.
We're back again with Colin and Wesley on the phone. We're going to do our Oscar. We're going to do our
on the phone.
Is that him? Yeah, we got him. Okay.
Hey, get off the phone. You're on a podcast.
He's not on the phone.
No, he's not on the
Skype,
phone.
whatever.
Yeah.
He's trying to hold still, looking like he's frozen, but he's not.
Yeah.
Let it go.
For this episode, we're going to do our Oscars ballot predictions. For the last 2 years, we've done this contest between the five of us, and last year Colin made this award, which we named the Grouch.
After
you want to show it off?
The Oscar, the Grouch.
And so the first year, Colin, you won.
Right there.
Yep.
Right there.
And then last year we had a three-way tie.
Three-way.
Between Ben, Colin, and I.
Mm-hmm.
We did pretty badly, if I remember right. But
I was,
we all
you know what?
tied.
I'm pretty amazed because we really diversified the amount of our picks, and I cannot believe we had to check it like
together.
We had to check it 4
times.
4 or 5 times before we were like, who actually won?
We had to do like that like when you go to register to vote or whatever, it's like, let me see this. Okay, let me pass it to the next person. And yep, then we got a tie.
We had to do a recount.
Yeah, so let's go ahead. We did a whole episode earlier this week about what we thought of the year in movies. But now we're going to go one by one through all the categories and pick. We're going to ultimately who we end up with is who we think is going to win. But if you want to like contextualize, like my favorite was this, but I'm picking this.
Yeah, I definitely have a few that I want to win, but I know it's not going to.
All right.
And these picks are going to roll up into our contest with the Five-ish Fangirls podcast.
All right. Okay.
All right. Let's start.
All right, okay.
Wesley, you've got the nominations up?
I do not. I have my picks. That's it.
Well, dude, get them.
All right. We'll just go category by category.
All right. All right.
We'll start with you, Aaron. And we'll just go around and then we'll end on Wesley. Mm-hmm. So let's start with actor in a leading role.
I'll just copy my my fantasy draft entry because I guess that doesn't matter. I've just found out that the Grouch doesn't go to the fantasy draft winner.
Right with that.
I've been wondering what the winner was going to be the whole year, and then you're like, no, the winner of that doesn't get anything. But I'm going to go with Joaquin Phoenix, Joker.
Okay.
I'm not upset.
No, we'll get you a prize, Aaron.
It won't be a Grouch.
Just won't be the Grouch.
It'll be like a nickel or a gummy worm.
I'll buy you a burrito.
It'll be a high five.
Sold.
Yeah. All right, Ben. Who do you pick for actor in a leading
Well,
role?
I tell you what. I think Adam Driver was really good in Marriage Story. Even though I think I would like him to win, but I think Joaquin Phoenix will win politically, and also he did a really good job. But at the same time, it's like
it's political too.
Yeah, it's all political.
Okay. Colin?
Joaquin Phoenix. I want Adam Driver, but Joaquin Phoenix is going to win this one.
I think we're going to have a 5-way tie this time.
I also went with Joaquin Phoenix. I actually think he deserves to win it too. I think Adam Driver was great. Leonardo DiCaprio was very good. I didn't see Pain and Glory, and Jonathan Pryce was also very good in The Two Popes. But this is Joaquin Phoenix.
Well, I just think Adam Driver felt like a really honest performance.
Yeah, it was great. It was really good.
Yeah.
Wesley, who do you have?
I went with Joaquin Phoenix. I just wanted to change it up, obviously.
Yeah, okay. A lot of diversity here.
I went with Runnin' Phoenix.
What with
Did you go with River Phoenix?
River, I did.
Joe Quinn.
Sprinter Phoenix. Boo. Actor in a supporting role. Aaron.
I have no idea, actually, but I'm going to always bet on Pacino.
Always bet on Pacino.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except in that one movie. What was that one movie? Was it
garbage one?
Was it
Jill?
Righteous Kill? Was that the one?
I was going to say that one too.
Yeah.
That was so
Don't bet on
bad.
it. Don't bet on it. That one.
Ben, what about you?
Well, I bet you it'll be Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
I actually didn't see that
I
movie.
could see that.
I bet you it would be. I didn't see it. I bet you it would be maybe Brad Pitt, but I bet you it'd be Tom Hanks.
I've now missed both of the Mr. Rogers movies that have come out recently, which sucks. Colin.
I'm picking Brad Pitt. I thought Brad Pitt was awesome.
I also am going with that because that seems to be the only one that seems the most consistent from all the other awards. That's the only one I've heard about, is that he seems to be the favorite. I think I don't really have another pick because I didn't see Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I didn't like The Irishman very much. So if I had to choose another one, maybe Anthony Hopkins, but I'm fine with Brad Pitt. Wesley, what about you?
Pope.
Brad Pitt.
All right. Actress in a leading role. Did you see? You didn't see any of these, right, Aaron?
Goodness, no. I'm giving it to Little Women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably she's going to be
Saoirse? How do you say that name?
Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse.
Ronan. Yeah.
Saoirse?
Yep. She's Irish.
That's a dumb name.
She's very good.
Whoa.
Ben, what about you?
I'm gonna say maybe Scarlett Johansson. Even though that Judy looks good with Renee Zellweger, and maybe I've never seen Scarlett. I've never seen Bombshell, so I don't know what that's about. I know what it's about, but I don't know what her performance is about.
I'm picking Renee Zellweger for
She's
Judy.
still alive?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just
Watch her be like 45 or something.
She's like in her mid-50s.
I'm going with Scarlett Johansson, although I really think, Colin, you may get this one. It may surprise me, but I'm going to go with Scarlett Johansson, which is, we'll get to it here in a second, but she was nominated in both actress categories, and it seems weird that she'd be, I don't know, just it seems weird that she wouldn't get one of them. Wesley.
Renee Zellweger.
Okay.
very curt.
Renee Zellweger.
Oh, I didn't realize she was in 2 categories.
Yeah, she got nominated for Jojo Rabbit down
No,
here.
then she might
Let's
win
do
for
that
that.
next. Actress in a supporting role. Aaron.
Oh, man.
I'm going to say Kathy Bates.
It is not your turn. I have the conch.
Well, I'm going to say Kathy Bates.
Yeah, remember that when it gets to be his turn. I'm going with Little Women again. That's the political choice.
Little Women. You keep saying it's the political choice. Why do you say that?
Because support women.
These are all women.
Yeah.
They're all women.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Little Women.
Yeah, but extra support the little ones.
Okay.
You don't understand. It's okay.
Colin.
Laura Dern. I thought she was so amazing. The way that she was able to switch in Marriage Story, like I really loved her character in that movie a lot. So I think she should win.
So I thought Scarlett Johansson her character was good in Jojo Rabbit. Just given the year she's had is pretty impressive. But I'm going with Aaron's choice, Florence Pugh from Little Women. She's had, in addition to Adam Driver, who also was in like 3 monster movies this year, The Report, Star Wars, and Marriage Story.
And Dracula.
Florence Pugh was in Little Women, which she got nominated for, Fighting with My Family, or With Your Family, I forget what it is, the wrestling one, and then Midsummer. So she had a huge year, and I think she's going to end up winning it.
There's a lot of actors that had huge years this year.
Yeah. Wesley.
Laura Dern.
Wow, you and Colin are lockstep so far. Animated feature, Aaron.
Goodness. I feel like people would want to give it to Toy Story 4. Everybody just loves those movies. They haven't been good past 2. But I feel like that's what everybody wants to give it to. Toy Story 4.
Okay.
So
Ben.
So I think narratively, probably there's other better movies on this list, but from a technical standpoint and something different, I'm gonna go with Claws, because you know what, this is probably a hoping.
You know what?
Open one.
I have a special award for Claws. Most useless use of Norm Macdonald. Most wasted use of Norm Macdonald.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
You both would give that
I agree,
award to them.
but I
Okay.
want this to win. The same reason I wanted Spider-Verse to win, but Spider-Verse is obviously a better movie, but because the story and everything else was better, but because it was
Different.
animation.
Yeah. Colin.
Toy Story 4.
Thank you, Colin, for agreeing with me.
Pixar, baby.
So I've seen. We obviously did Claus for the show. I saw Missing Link and Toy Story 4. I haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon. I feel like it's on here. It's probably pretty good. I'm actually going to go with the one I haven't seen because I felt like the animation movies this year were just kind of so-so, the ones that I saw. So I'm going to go with I Lost My Body. And I haven't seen it. I'm actually basing this entirely off of a tweet I saw from the guys that made Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Spider-Verse. They were like, yeah, should go see it. So good. And so that's why I'm doing it entirely off that.
Cool.
And the premise sounded kind of interesting. All right, Wesley.
I Lost My Body.
Oh, okay. That makes me feel more supported. Let's go to cinematography.
All right. I give it to 1917.
Ben.
To me, it's between The Lighthouse and 1917, but I'm going to try 1917 because it's hard because even though it's cool, it's a one-take shot. It's been done, even though it's still technically hard, especially in this. But it has the best cinematographer in Roger Deakins.
Yep.
He's considered the best out of all the best. And he did, Blade Runner. But he did win in Blade Runner not too long ago. So maybe politically they won't give it to him because, even if he deserves it.
Yeah.
So I'm changing it to Lighthouse. I'm going to change it up. I just thought about it midway through. I'm changing to Lighthouse. Even though probably 1917 is probably better.
Colin?
I want the Lighthouse to win, but I think 1917 is gonna get it.
Okay.
But I agree with you.
I'm forcing myself to think differently.
I completely agree with you.
And the only reason I'm thinking this is because maybe this is the only nomination for the Lighthouse, right? And two, Deakins has won it a couple years ago.
I'm going with 1917, and even though I love the Lighthouse and I think the cinematography was great, I don't think it compares.
I mean, that
to
was the first thing I
1917.
said when after seeing the movie. I was like, that was the most amazing.
It's pretty impressive.
Can I switch?
Sure.
I'll go back 1917.
Okay.
Oh.
Wesley, what about you?
1917.
Okay. Let's do costume design.
All right. It was really dramatic.
Costume design. If you think it's not going to be Little Women, you're crazy. Everybody else is just
Little
wearing
Women.
normal clothes.
I'm going to say Little Women, too. Even though they've done that movie a million times. How many
2
versions-
million
How many
times, thank
versions
you.
of that movie?
It's like 10 or
There's
something.
almost as
Yeah.
many versions of that as there are A Star Is Born.
I was gonna
Can
say,
we get another Oscar for A Star Is Born, please?
I was gonna say Little Women just because it's like a period kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually am going to go with Jojo Rabbit.
This
I
came out in
think it's
1994.
the last movie. Yeah.
Little Women.
I'm going with Jojo Rabbit. I think.
There's a certain style to that Hitler outfit, you know?
Well, it's more. It kind of has like a Wes Anderson,
Yeah.
little like Moonrise Kingdom type.
It's a
of vibe
symmetrical
to it,
Hitler
too,
outfit.
So, and that costume that they had Rockwell in at the very end, Sam Rockwell
Sam.
at the end of the movie was pretty great.
I like Sam Rockwell.
Yeah, I love.
Wesley, what about you?
Little Women.
Whoa, I'm the only outlier. Okay, I'm gonna freak out if
Prepare to lose, Matt.
I lose that. All right, this is kind of a contentious one, I think, or at least one that isn't so clear cut. Directing.
Greta
Aaron.
Gerwig. Oh.
Yeah, I so of all of the categories where it's like Little Women, this is one where I feel like Little Women absolutely deserves a nomination.
Or Honey Boy.
I didn't see that one, but that's probably one of the bigger snubs from my perspective. Aaron, who are you picking?
It's between Joker and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I want to say Once Upon a
Heads of Joker.
he won and
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
okay.
Has Quinn ever won?
I don't
Know.
Did he win for Pulp Fiction?
Best Director.
Yeah.
So in 1994, Little Woman was nominated for Best Costume, but didn't win.
Weird.
Didn't
Also,
win.
Pulp Fiction.
Somebody's going to remember that too.
Yeah.
We better give it to him this time.
Yeah.
Ben,
All right.
who are you
It's not every
picking
day
for
you see a girl in a
directing?
dress.
Let's see here. I think technically 1917 would probably be a very difficult movie to make and direct. I haven't seen it yet. Joker was really good. It was a good movie, but I don't think they're going to give it to him. Once Upon a Time, I haven't seen, so I don't know. But I'll just say 1917.
Okay, Sam Mendes. Colin,
I screwed it up.
Sam Mendes.
another one. I am actually, so this is going to become a theme.
I mean, I want Quinn to get it, but there's something. Yeah, I just think 1917 just kind of came out of nowhere in a sense this year.
I'm going with Parasite. I think that is going to be the big winner for this whole Oscars. I think there's so much momentum behind it, and I think that guy, Bong Joon-ho, has enough of a clout too that I think he is going to steal it from some of these other more, just given the uniqueness of the film. And I think he's going to win it for this one. Wesley.
Sam Mendes.
All right, 3 for 1917 there. All right, documentary.
movie of the year.
I have a dash Colin exclamation point for this category. So
yeah.
we'll talk about it. Documentary feature.
Dash Colin?
Yeah, you'll see in a
All
Aaron,
right.
go ahead.
What is The Edge of Democracy about?
I don't know. It's got Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt in it, though.
Oh, okay. You get the claps. Okay, that was funny. I picked The Edge of Democracy. Live, vote, repeat. We're on a delay with Wesley. He's not in our state.
Ben, what about you?
The Cave. It was dark. What's with that camera? Should I wait?
Yeah, to give it a wait. Fucking.
Yeah.
It's down.
Yeah. Is that what happened in your other pod? Camera just
No,
went
it didn't keep going down. I'm going to go ahead and go, and we'll circle back around just because the camera's over here. I am going with For Sama. I want to say, I looked at the descriptions for each of these. That one was like,
The trailer broke my heart.
Aleppo and like
Yeah.
a birth of having a child in that environment.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I didn't watch anything or even the trailers, but that seemed like a pretty powerful story to me. Colin, what about you?
So the reason why he has a question mark on this for me is that, I mean, how political do we want to get on this? It's like,
He is not, by the way, Quentin Tarantino has not won for Best Director. He's
Okay.
only won for screenplays.
right, I was wondering about that. So American Factory is the first production that Michelle Obama and Barack has produced.
Wasn't it for Netflix?
Yes.
Okay. They had a deal of some kind.
Yeah, and so is it going to be money that's going to win for it because they had a lot of money to put into it, or is right time art going to win? And that, for me, that would be Honeyland.
Oh yeah.
And so I it's like, do I go with my heart?
And you go with politically
Or-
think's going to win, not just
Yeah.
money, but also like
Does it send the right message?
yeah.
Yeah. So
This category isn't. I know every year we see these, and we always say it's always political. But some years it really, like Love Basketball, won for like short, and that had nothing to do with anything.
Well, but
Too soon.
But also like
Celebrate it, yeah.
I'm going to be honest. You have the Obamas, who represent Hollywood and everything that they can't stand about Donald Trump, and so they would probably love to give them an award.
It's
And
interesting
not- and
that
not-
you're
and not
leaning
that.
that way instead of a movie literally called The Edge of Democracy.
Which is what I did.
That's also a.
Yeah, but I think
Politically
they'll,
driven.
if the bombers are directly involved, they're going to win.
Is that what you're going with?
Yeah.
Okay. Colin.
Michelle, I was told this would be a Pokemon movie.
Can we round back to me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I haven't.
It's like
We haven't written yours down yet.
I'm still thinking about it. So
Yeah.
let's go to Wesley because I'm still
Okay, Wesley.
debating.
Honeyland.
Okay. Do you want to go with the cave, and then we'll have one person for each one?
No.
Watch the cave win.
You must do what you feel is right, of course.
I'm gonna go with my heart. Honeyland.
Okay.
Okay.
Is your final answer?
Yeah, I mean, I had American Factory down there.
That means you and Wesley are back on track together.
Honeyland
Oh, are we?
is extremely well received. So
Yeah, it took them 4 years to make it, and literally the director was there in the right place at the right time filming this, and it just
Came together.
I don't know. It just blows my mind that it even exists. Like, why does this documentary even exist? And it's there.
Tell people, because I think these are some of the categories that are not a lot of people know about. Like when you say a movie like this, it's like
I mean,
kind of about like a hunt, like it's kind of oriented around like a honey bee farmer, right?
yeah, it's like it's this older woman from North Macedonia, and she takes care of bees from around her area, and she's like the last kind of person taking care of the bees around there.
beekeeper.
Last beekeeper.
That's the next franchise,
That would
starring
be
her.
awesome. I would love that.
I will not be the last.
And
She gets her honeycomb and just throws it over her shoulder.
that's right. That's right. But it's kind of like
Here's my badge.
her
Put your
whole
outfit
her
on.
whole her whole thing is like only take half.
Are you all right,
Always
Wesley?
leave half.
I got shocked. I touched the
Oh.
computer. I got shocked.
Did you get stung by a bee?
But she's all about leaving half, and then she has neighbors that move in. That, I mean, it's the uneducation thing of like, where is nature and all this kind of stuff, and and it's farmers that are trying to survive also, and they're kind of reckless and they don't really understand it, and she's trying to educate and stuff like that. But it's just like it's really intriguing to me of how you can have, like, because I don't know, it's just like bees are really important to me, and
Yeah.
this is turning into like a weird thing.
Well, I mean, it's pretty cool that it's like a story. Like I think that's one of the greater things about these. You can say there's plenty to complain about the Oscars, but I feel like some of these, and I'm sure there are other people who do documentaries that are
But
like, this sucks. But the fact that Honeyland has been elevated to kind of be recognized for that type of story is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
But I also agree with you for
For Sama,
Sama,
Yeah.
because the trailer almost made me cry.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
blown away by the freaking trailer.
yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, so for me, my favorite category right now that I'm like super excited about is best documentary.
Yeah, I'd be. I
If
could.
American Factory would win, what would you feel?
Oh, I'd be fine with it. I'd be fine with it. It's just because the thing is, it is a important topic. Mm-hmm. It's an important documentary. It's just the way I feel about it is that it just has names and
It's what's happening to YouTube right now.
Yeah, it's like because of the big name. That if it wins, I feel like it's because of name alone. If Honeyland wins, it's because art, that magic, like it just has that magic.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, for Sama, like that has magic in it too. Like the mother just she felt like she needed the film all the time, and that was her connection. And then just like a mother going through the idea of I'm so happy that I had a child, but I'm sorry that I brought you in this world into this world where I'm at in this world, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
16 and up.
16 and up. We're all right.
sorry.
The thing about the last thing I'll say about this category is that given again, I think this relates back to streaming a little bit. We were talking about American Factories, Netflix, but I do think there is a growing appetite for documentaries just in general. I might have even said this, but I think it's only getting bigger and bigger, and especially people's access to them. Like, it's so much easier to I'm going to go watch this documentary because that seems interesting versus having to go and find it or seek it out. And so I see this category 5 years from now, 10 years from now, maybe even expanding to be the same, just given how people would consume content like that, given it's a feature. I could see it being the same amount of potential nominations as Best Picture, just because I think people are latching onto that type of content more than they have. I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah, going back to with Ben, it's like if American Factory wins, it's bringing light into people making more documentaries.
Sure.
And like you're saying, it'll probably grow even more. People will throw more money at documentaries, and we'll see more and more. And
Yeah.
Netflix is a big influence
investing in
on
that,
the comedy, stand-up, and documentary are their big things right now.
All right, let's move over to documentary short subject.
Geez, that was really long. Sorry.
No,
guys.
I love it. That's awesome. So I looked at some of these too. Aaron, what about documentary short subject?
My choice is Learning to Skateboard in a War Zone, parentheses, if you're a girl, for 2 reasons. Reason 1, it is the longest title in the list. Reason 2.
You did this last year, too.
Reason 2, support women.
I'm just going to agree with him. I like the St. Louis Superman, but I'm just going to agree with him just because of the title.
Go ahead, Colin.
I actually put that one down because I think skateboarding's awesome, and you skate anywhere.
I'm going with St. Louis Superman. I read the synopsis for each of these, but that one is about oh my gosh, what's this play? Ferguson, Missouri, and a black man getting elected to pretty much dominated white city council and trying to affect change that way. So I'm going with that one. I think Walk, Run, Cha Cha is also up there. I think that's about Vietnam.
Too much dancing.
People separated.
No, I'm kidding.
Charlie doesn't cha-cha.
It's about people who knew each other during the Vietnam War, and then they meet each other 40 years later or whatever, and they take dance lessons together. I think that one has a chance. Wesley, what about you?
Learning to skateboard in a war zone.
Oh my God, I'm all alone again.
You might win.
All right, film editing. Aaron.
How about give that to all
I would
the
not
movies?
give it. I would not give it to Joker. I don't think the editing in that movie is that great. I don't even know why it got an award for it or a nomination. I'm going to give that to Ford versus Ferrari.
Did any of you see that?
No. I drive it.
I saw it. It was all right.
Okay.
Ben.
Why is the Irishman in film editing? if it's 3 hours long.
I know. It's a big joke.
Right?
It's a big practical joke that's on here.
I don't know anything about Jojo Rabbit, but I'm sure that's a pretty good. Come back to me.
I'm going to as soon as the camera works.
I know, but come back to me.
Okay.
Do it. It worked. I think I don't know anything. So I will go between Parasite or Jojo Rabbit. I think Parasite sounds like a really wonderful edited movie. Is it really good edited?
I'll just skip ahead. I'm picking it.
I'll skip Paradise because Parasite because it seems like it's heavily a movie that
I feel like it's part of it.
Yeah, the editing is what makes it good.
Yeah, it's part of it.
But I don't know anything about any of these movies.
Colin?
Well,
Other than
see,
Joker.
this is there's a lot of buzz for
no pun intended.
Oh.
Ford versus Ferrari. So that
Honey on the
was my
Moon.
pick. Yeah.
My gut instinct was Ford v Ferrari, but I do think there's going to be a groundswell just for Parasite as an overall movie, and I think it'll just steal this category. I do think Ford v Ferrari succeeds almost entirely because of the editing. So it got nominated for sound too, but I think the editing's great. Wesley?
Ford v Ferrari.
Okay. International feature film. I'll just skip ahead.
Oh.
Mine's Parasite.
Yeah,
I mean,
Parasite.
for Best Picture. So, do any of you disagree there? Are you going to go
Yeah.
out on a limb?
Yeah.
Parasite.
I'm picking Corpus Christi.
Do you really want to do that, Aaron?
It is a town from my homeland of Texas.
Okay. All right.
That's
I
a
wrote
good
you
enough
down.
reason for me.
Wesley, are you sticking with Parasite?
I am.
Okay. All right. We can
Parasite.
talk more about that later. All right. Makeup and hairstyling.
Let's see here. I'm not giving it to Joker either. Clown paint does not an Oscar get. Okay. I'm going to give it to... Oh, this is tough. Would the odd answer be Maleficent?
I don't.
It's the only
No.
category that it's in.
Yeah. I mean, it's been nominated before.
Give me Maleficent.
Okay.
Did it win before?
No.
I don't think it will win.
I didn't
because-
realize that was this year. I thought that was last year.
I'm actually wondering why 1917's on here.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna pick Judy.
I don't understand.
Judy?
Yeah.
Okay. Colin.
I'm picking Bombshell.
I also went with Bombshell. What's her name? Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason I'm picking
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I know nothing else about the movie.
The reason why is because of also she's a chameleon.
Yeah.
She's a freaking chameleon. Like when they put her in Monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wesley, what are you going with?
Judy.
Judy.
A sweep.
Also, I didn't know that was Renee Zellweger for Judy, and so I think that's a good choice because I really didn't even realize that was
Yep.
her.
Yep. Original score.
All right. Why is Joker on here?
I picked Joker.
Why? The score was
Really
so
great.
forgettable.
It's really great.
I'm going
No,
with
it's really
Joker.
great.
I don't remember a single note of it.
Those ballet spots are where it kind of
think I
kicks
know who
in
you're
for
gonna
me.
pick.
So I went with Joker.
I loved
Aaron?
Joker. That
know
was
yet.
not a movie to put in
really?
for original
Oh,
score.
yeah.
Do you see whose names on there?
There's no names on them.
Oh,
But I know who. But go on. What'd you pick?
I'm giving it to Little Women again.
Okay. So the only score other
These
than
sarcastic picks for Little Women all the way through, and you're gonna watch you get all of them.
So I was watching Marriage Story, and I heard the music, and I was like, "Oh my god, I know who this is! I knew who it was right away." I go, "It's Randy Newman," and this sounds like Monsters Incorporated. If you go listen to Monsters Incorporated, it's the same music.
Don't
It's got the
get
feels.
divorced.
It's the feels. However, yeah, Batman with his family and dog. I think the music was good, but it sounded so much the same as every other Randy Newman thing. But it wasn't intermixed well. It wasn't mixed well with the movie to me. I don't remember the music to Joker, but I'll go with Joker since you guys went with it. But
just me so far.
Big mistake.
no, this is Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
I'm going with Star Wars because I want to see John Williams
Yeah,
up there.
me too.
Yeah, he's a good pick.
He's got the most nominations, right? He's tied with.
At this point,
Walt
that's the
Disney.
only reason to watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
Wesley.
But Marriage Story is pretty good music.
Close.
But it's not. I don't think it's going to win.
Wesley.
Star Wars.
Wow, I'm shocked by that. Actually,
I think politically they're going to give it to him
Interesting.
because one, it's the last big movie he's going to do. He may not even score any more movies, and he might die soon.
Huh, interesting.
That's like a list of bad things.
He's so old.
Let's do original song.
Oh no, it's gonna be Rocket Man,
Rocket Man. Okay.
Yep, I'm going to agree with him because
and I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a long,
Yeah,
long
yeah.
time.
it's not going to be Rocket Man himself.
You're
It's gonna-
going Rocket Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin.
Yeah.
I went with my heart on this one just because I'm mad that Frozen 2 wasn't even in feature film.
Face it,
Animated.
it's dumb.
I'm so frustrated.
I didn't like the first Frozen either, so I guess I'm not.
I'm going with
objective.
Into the Unknown, which I also just think is a good song. Wesley.
Rocket Man.
Wow. This is now like the fourth one where I'm the only one. Doesn't
You must
bode
feel
well.
special.
I'm going
Wanna play about
to
tickers?
skip Best Picture. We'll do that at the end.
Right.
Production design.
Give it to
do.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going
Ben?
to do 1917.
1917. I think I didn't pick that, but I could see that easily winning.
But I bet you Once Upon a Time might win.
You're going with Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, I mean, you watched it, right?
Yeah. Keep in mind, I didn't pick it.
All right,
so-
I'm going to pick Once Upon a Time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm picking this as I go.
No, I think Once Upon a Time. I mean, I just have to say, those driving shots are so long,
Yeah.
and everything is in the style of the time.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
They made some kind of cool little sets, and the Manson Ranch and the the studio sets too, where they have the fight.
I mean,
and stuff.
anybody that lived in LA during that time, I think would really appreciate the look of it because they would be very nostalgic of all the different spots. It was kind of a love letter to LA.
I'm disagreeing. I'm going with Parasite because I think everything works because of the house design, what's the interior of it, and there's also this added narrative around it that they built the house themselves. It's not like in multiple locations; they literally built everything about it. And so I think that if you're trying to pitch who should win, I think that's such a tight story to tell. So I went with Parasite.
That's interesting.
Wesley.
I love it.
1917.
They really designed that grass really well.
It's pretty good. That was my second
You
choice.
haven't seen the movie. so you don't know
Yeah,
what you're
it's
talking
pretty
about.
good. The interior of where the beds are, I'll just say
Right,
that
yeah.
at the
No,
start.
the ruins.
Well, that too. Yeah. No, where the shadows and stuff are. Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
That's part of it. Shadows are part of it.
I am gonna animated short film.
Sister.
This is tough. I know nothing about any of these.
Me neither.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Hair Love, because who doesn't love hair?
I'm also going with that one. Yeah.
Way to go, Hair.
Yeah, that was the only reason why was because I was like, oh, hair is cool.
The one that's I don't know how the English is it
We've got a sister and a daughter.
daughter. Oh, the daughter.
I thought you were going with sister.
Well, daughter.
Wesley.
Memorable?
Wesley, your audio has become a little low.
Memorable?
There you go.
Ah,
I
that was
remember that.
memorable.
Yeah. Live action short film.
Live action short film. I'm giving it to a sister because doesn't she deserve it?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's sister and a sister.
And brotherhood.
Oh my god. Brother's not going to win.
Hey, support women.
Ben, what are you going with?
The neighbor's widow?
Okay.
Hey, that's also supporting women.
Yeah.
Good
Wesley.
choice.
Or not Wesley, Colin.
Brotherhood.
It's window.
Oh. No, don't do that. don't. Let's go to Brotherhood.
Okay. I'm going with Nefta Football Club.
Okay.
Wesley.
Brotherhood.
This is where we're going to lose.
Sound editing.
That would be Ford versus Ferrari.
Okay.
Yes. Ford versus Ferrari.
Ben. Okay. Colin.
1917.
That's what I did. Wesley.
Ford v Ferrari.
That was
Ooh,
easy.
heavy side.
Trust me, it was
All right,
easy.
Colin and I have only 1917. So that's surprising. Sound mixing.
See, I once again, I don't.
I don't understand these categories.
Why do they separate the categories?
Because two people do them. Two different people do them.
Is sound mixing more for the editing?
No,
Aspect
sound
of it?
mixing is where you're making all this different sounds, different volumes, so it sounds pleasing.
Okay.
Editing is like, in my audio experience, editing is the guy who cuts all the clips up, does some of the engineering. I'm going to give it to Ford v Ferrari again because I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Colin?
Ford versus Ferrari.
I'm going with 1917 again. Wesley?
1917.
You're not alone.
Not alone.
All right.
Visual effects.
They're giving it to the Lion King.
You think so?
Yeah.
That studio went out of business, right?
What?
I think they did.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah.
But they were building the technology, right? That's what everybody was saying about that movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really profitable for them. Ben,
Yeah.
what are you going with?
I'm probably gonna. I haven't seen it, but everybody's talking about the de-aging and the Irishman. So maybe the Irishman.
Okay. I also went with The Irishman. I think it's the only win it gets. And I actually don't know if it deserves it, but I'm going to say it wins it anyway. I would probably give it to...
I mean, freaking
And I would
X-Men
actually
3
give it
did
to Endgame. I would probably, if I had
Well,
to
that's-
pick one of these,
that's
that's
my-
what I would give it to.
I
if
would give it to Star Wars because the special effects in Star Wars.
that
are
too.
So
I
great.
mean, I feel like any of these are more deserving than The Irishman, but I think it's
but
going to win.
I think Endgame because it's the only one that's up for and that it made the most money this year.
So you're going to Endgame. Mm-hmm. Wesley, what about you?
The Irishman.
Okay. All right. Two more than the best picture. Adapted screenplay.
Adapted screenplay. Little Women.
Ben.
I'm gonna do the two Popas.
Two popes.
No,
No.
no,
The Two Popes.
Joker.
Joker?
Joker.
You giving it to Joker?
Yeah,
Okay. Colin.
Joker.
Is it adapted screenplay?
Yep.
I'm saying The Irishman. I mean I liked the story, and I thought,
It's based off of that book that kind of is all, telling the one version of what happened to Jimmy Hoffa.
yeah.
So, yeah. I actually went with Jojo Rabbit. Like I said at the top, I think Jojo Rabbit, we're getting down to it where I think Joker gets snubbed. I think Jojo Rabbit's going to sneak
Interesting.
3. I think I said 3 of these. 2 or 3 of these. Wesley, what about you?
Jojo Rabbit.
Awesome.
Jojo Rabbit.
Original
Excellent choice.
screenplay.
Original screenplay. You know what? I think it's down between Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Knives Out. Man, that's hard. I'm going to go against my gut and say Knives Out.
Okay. Ben.
I'm gonna say Parasite, and it sounds like a really good story.
Colin.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay.
I think maybe since Quinn's not going to win for director, he might as well win for this one.
And that's what he has been happening is he wins for screenwriting.
I'm gonna change my mind to Once Upon a Time.
Okay.
You jerk.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Look what you
have
did, you
like
little
15
jerk.
times. I keep erasing.
All right. All right.
No, it's fine.
I can buy another eraser.
No, it's
I'm gonna go with
If we lose,
we'll lose together. I'm going with Parasite for this one. Like I said,
see that's
I think
the
Parasite's
one.
going to clean up.
That's why I was
all right,
quiet for a moment.
I'm switching back to Parasite.
All right, now Colin, you
Look
say
at
something
it.
good about Once
Oh,
Upon a
boy.
Time, and then he'll go back.
I mean that's the one thing was that like Parasite was so beautiful and that's how it worked, but it in a lot of ways it's like what am I thinking the Oscar people are gonna pick? Like
Yeah.
what is the Academy gonna pick? Are they gonna be artistic or are they gonna be pretentious?
It'd be kind of bold to do Parasite this many times, but
I mean, I think it's ballsy and I think it's awesome. If
Yeah.
I would be so ecstatic if Parasite just cleans.
yeah, I mean, while Aaron gets the camera up, I think Parasite.
Everything's fine.
I think Parasite will. This is the one where I think it will sneak in because Once Upon a Time has had a lot of success up to this point, especially winning awards. But of all of the categories, I don't think screenplay's on the radar for it. And I think so much of it is done because none of the actors, even though the actors are great in the movie, none of them are nominated. it's entirely the script. It's entirely the world it builds, which gets to the production. But it's also how those characters, because it has all these humorous elements, thriller elements. It's very metaphorical, but then it has these really great moment, like these little bits of dialogue of like, the dad's being proud of his son for being a con man. It's tricking people. He's like, I'm going to go to school later, so just forge my signature on this.
Yeah.
I'll do it later.
There's little subtle things that you notice throughout it. It has multiple watch personality in it because of
it's pretty dense. Yeah.
If it wins a lot, I truly believe that internationally we need to get more films internationally, and that I'm really hoping for that because I as much as Hollywood's busting out these movies, I want to see more from the world.
Yeah. Wesley?
Knives Out.
Knives Out. Do you want to say something about Knives Out? You mentioned it either on this episode or earlier, but that movie was tailor-made for you.
I think it was really well written.
Is that it, or that comment was really well written?
Everything that he sets up pays off.
So
it has one of the best opening frame and ending frame of any movie this year. That's all in the screenplay. I think it's great.
I have a question. In the middle of that movie, do they go off on an adventure to a casino planet that doesn't make any rhyme or reason, or any? If you take it out, it wouldn't change the plot at all. Did they do that?
No. The real question is, was anything subverted?
Yes.
Not going to dignify that with a response. I think it's mature and childish.
But you just did.
So you
Before
lose.
we move to Best Picture, Ben, I want to lock you in now because you've had some time. What are you picking?
1970.
What? That wasn't any of them.
Best Picture?
No. Screenplay. I want you to pick one between the two that you were alternating between.
What are we talking about?
Best original screenplay.
1970 is one of them.
You said Once Upon a Time. You said Parasite. You flipped back and forth. Which one? Or is it 1970
We'll
now?
do Parasite.
Okay. All right.
Is it Best Picture
this
now?
is for the Grouch, Ben. So we gotta
I
have
don't
definitive
care.
choices.
I'm already agree.
Don't
All right.
do it. Don't do the stupid Oscar fantasy league for the Oscar or anything.
All right. Best Picture. Aaron.
Oh, we're at Best Picture now.
Yeah, we
last
are.
one.
Last one, Colin.
You would think I would give this.
Honeyland.
You would think I would give this to Little Women, and most of the time you would be right, but I'm giving it to
I
Joker.
was gonna say, of course you would.
Support women.
So I was going to give it to Little Women, but Giant Cougar sounds a little... the one about the hikers who get attacked. But... dun, 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 dun. 1917.
Yeah.
Colin.
Yeah, 1917.
It just
So-
looks awesome.
I had 1, 2, 3. I had Joker, Marriage Story, 1917 above Parasite on my list, but I'm going with Parasite.
I mean, if it won, that would be amazing.
The thing about Parasite is it's one of like 3 or 4 movies that came out this year that is entirely a commentary on. It does it the best by far, but it's this like a commentary on rich and poor, and it doesn't take a stance necessarily that the rich family is bad, which I kind of like.
It was so subtle. Through,
I don't think it ever said that
So
they're
subtle.
necessarily bad people, but I think the through line is that are you nice because are you rich, or are you nice because you're rich, basically, and like as that's a means to like the discrepancies between how people, the environments they're in, and what that makes them do, and it's very subtle in a lot of those ways. I just think that theme, again, I had it 4th of these 9 movies. I think that theme is going to resonate for right now, and that's why it's going to win. Wesley.
1917.
Wow, 3 for 1917. Okay.
So this is for the Grouch.
This is for the Grouch.
If I
Aaron.
win this, are you going to take the Grouch away from me again?
No.
Take the
Okay.
Grouch away.
This is just between the 5 of us to be put to have our names carved on here. So whoever gets the most.
Put it on this camera.
Before
you go.
blackouts.
It's beautiful.
But this is one of one of 3. This is one of 3 games we have riding on the results of Oscar Sunday. So we're going to have a lot to update, and hopefully we'll get some like smug gloating from whoever wins this. Because I feel like this is we've got an award. We've got a literal trophy for this now, so it means a lot. All right. Tune in next week to see who wins.
Look at Colin. He's a cutie.